Locked On Bulldogs, your daily podcast on the Georgia Bulldogs. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello and welcome to the Locked On Bulldogs podcast. I am Daniel.
I am Clint. Welcome back to Locked On Bulldogs here on Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Daniel, I don't know why this struck me just now, but come the off season, we're in the middle of the season. We have Arkansas. We got locks. Every week, we're just going. So our listeners and our watchers, I'm going to promise you something. We have more stories from the Clemson game that we haven't shared. We're going to share those in a bye week or off season. Those are coming back because there is a man in a Clemson shirt with two Clemson children and a wife who's a UGA alum that is actively searching for Daniel and I to cut our throat. And
Lord, if he ever finds this podcast, Clint, we went on YouTube. Our faces are out there.
He has facial recognition software.
What have we done?
We've made a horrible mistake. Look, we'll tell you that.
M-dubs. Put the blurred image over our face. Can you do that, M-dubs?
No,
By the way, YouTube commenter, I cannot remember your name. M-dubs is real, and he is spectacular. He's on
my phone right now. I was just texting.
And he is spectacular. So
no, he's awesome. He's the best. We went to Clemson with M-dubs. Part of the story is with him. We could retell those. But hey, thanks for making us your first listen of your podcast regiment, your YouTube regiment. We appreciate it. It does really mean a lot to us. Many people have jumped on since YouTube the last 2 weeks. Georgia's season doing well. Many of you are new. If you haven't noticed, Daniel and I are fans first and foremost, not gurus or insiders. Here on Locked On Bulldogs, we are 5 days a week talking about UGA like fans talk about. That's why we started this podcast. We felt that this energy was needed, not gurus or insiders or paid subscriptions or any paywall, but this where we don't take each other too seriously nor ourselves so that your fandom to increase, which is why we're here.
Look, we're here to have a good time. Don't take us too seriously. Don't take yourself too seriously. But we love to talk college football. We love to talk about the University of Georgia. And so if that applies to you because you're a Georgia fan or because your team is playing Georgia or because you like to make money betting on college football, today's episode, then this is the place for you. We're on audio on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, wherever you find your audio podcast. Subscribe to those. Leave us a 5-star rating and review. That helps us out a tremendous amount. And we're also on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you just click that subscribe, it is does us a huge favor. It's nice for us. And it's good for you because, as Clint said, we're here 5 days a week. So give us a thumbs up if you like the show. Leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts and opinions about college football or betting or whatnot. And email lockedonbulldogs@gmail.com, Twitter @dogspodcast. We'd love to correspond with you. It's right. Nope, I'm way over here.
You did
it's right over there. There it is. LockedOnBulldogs@gmail.com, @dogspodcast is the Twitter. Send us a message on there. We'd love to talk to you. I'm Daniel. He's Clint, and we like making money betting on college football, Clint, and that's exactly what we've done. We've done that.
Can you give the people, Daniel? Yep, give the people our record so far this year, would you?
We're sitting at a nice 34-23. That's plus 11 units.
Hello.
I'm sorry. Plus 11 units. Let's say you were betting a casual $100 a game.
Okay, simple math here.
Okay. That puts you up, even if you take the juice out, Clint, that puts you up around $1,000.
Hey, that sounds good.
Okay. You do the math if you're betting $1,000 a game or whatnot. Not all of us make that John tweets sports money, and so not all of us can get out there and live large like some. But your boys went 10-4 last week. It was a nice week. Ooh. We would have gone 12-2 if Mel Tucker had just run the ball into the end zone at the end of the Michigan State-Nebraska game. But he did not. He did not choose to do that. But we still
Also,
went 10.
if Wisconsin knew what good things were,
I'm never
they're
betting
dead.
on Wisconsin again, Clint. They are dead.
Mark our words.
Dead. I hate Wisconsin. Also, this is the week you should bet on Wisconsin, by the way. But I can't. I won't. I can't.
Principled
But you
is how we
should.
got here. Yeah.
You should.
Tell us how you do, M-Dubs, when you bet on them.
Okay.
So this is the part of the podcast where we talk about Georgia specifically, and we give locks for this game. So, Daniel, what's the line for this week? And it came out, and a lot of people surprised, not a lot of people on this podcast, but a lot of people surprised at the line number, the point total, and the total in this game, the spread and the total. So the spread started out at 18.
It's now 18.5 in most places. You can still get an 18. You could maybe even scrounge around and fight and scratch and claw and find a 17.5. Early in the week, it came out at 18.5, and a lot of Arkansas money came in.
Oh yeah,
came in kind of hot. I found a 17 early in the week. I'll just tell you that 17 does not exist anymore. But I found it. It's currently 18.5. So for the integrity of the locks, we're going to play off of a number that's 18.5. Doesn't do us any good to give you a number that's not out there. The over-under is 48.5. You can find a 49 out there if you want it. You could probably find a 48 if you want it. So, Clint, I ask you, my good man, what's going to happen in this Georgia-Arkansas game? And do you have a lock as it relates to the total or the point spread?
I look at the Sunday after I get done with my duties in the morning, kids and whatnot. I look at the lines rather quickly in the afternoon. And this week I had lots of lines I loved. This is not one of them. I did not love this line. I knew it was going to be high. 18 is rather high. Arkansas is coming in hot. This total is the most confusing total I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't like anything about this total whatsoever.
I hate it all.
So I don't have a lock.
I don't either, Clint. I was ready for this total to be in the 50s after Georgia has scored 1 million points for 3 consecutive weeks. I was ready for this total to be in the 50s. It is not in the 50s. I was ready to hammer the under if it was in the 50s.
Yep.
But it is not in the 50s. I don't know what to do with it. I think an underplay is still very reasonable in this game. I think a Georgia cover is very reasonable, but I don't think it's the only thing I would do in this game is I would feel very comfortable including Georgia money line in any of my money line parlays.
There you go. Yeah, money line winners is what we're talking about.
Yes, Georgia is not losing this game to Arkansas. Now, if I have to give you, which we do every week, if I have to give you a score prediction in the game, I am going to say it falls somewhere in the neighborhood of 38-17. That's where I'm going to put it. But I don't feel great about either of those numbers, to be totally honest with you. I don't have any idea on either of those numbers. This might be a low scoring contest where Georgia wins 24-14.
If you're telling me Kirby Smart doesn't come out and say, just like he did at Clemson, they had a game plan, they wanted to win a certain way, and they were surgical on it. If you're telling me Kirby, there's not a chance he does that same thing on this game against Sam Pittman in Arkansas, where he just Kentucky's his way in the rain to a win?
Big game, conservative Kirby is a real thing. All right, Georgia fans, I know you don't want to hear that, but big game, conservative Kirby is a real thing. Now, are we going to see him this game? Or is he going to trust JT Daniels and Todd Monken to go out there and pitch it around the yard? And then all of a sudden you might end up with a score that's more like 45-21 or something like that. Way over the total.
Yep.
I have no idea. I have no idea what you're going to find in this game. I'm staying away from all aspects of it except the Georgia money line. Georgia is going to win this game.
Georgia's going to win this game. The first quarter, if I was to make a bet, I would find the first quarter point spread. And if it's close, if it's within one score, I'm taking whoever's on. Like it's going to be close after one quarter. Okay.
Georgia minus 6.5 first quarter. I can get it for you. You want to lock it up? I got it. I'm looking at it right here.
I would take
Sportsbook.
See, and I couldn't take that bet because I would take Arkansas, and I'm not going to bet against Georgia in that. Like I just.
Oh, you're gonna. I thought you said if it's within one score, you were gonna take. You were gonna take the favorite.
I was thinking actually three. Like I think it's going to be a low scoring first quarter, maybe 10-7, something like that. So if I would bet Arkansas,
I could get you first quarter over 10 because the over under for the first quarter is 10.
That I would take.
How about first half Georgia minus 10, Arkansas plus 10?
Nope.
How about first half? First half total is 25.5. Any of these numbers sound good?
Not that. Plan? No, I would take Georgia. I would take the over in the first quarter. I think they're going to come out. I think that Arkansas is going to score once. I think we're going to score once. I think that's that 10 right there. So I'd take that. Other than that,
the last few games, Georgia has come out as hot as any team in all of college football. So it might be worth taking a flyer on a first quarter over 10.
Yep.
Just for the sake of, I know a lot of these big game atmospheres are typically low scoring. Typically, these two heavyweights are feeling each other out. I'm not sure that has the vibe of this game. And so you locking it up, or are we just giving it as like a lean here, Clint?
I'll give
for
that
the integrity of the show.
The integrity of the show. Give me a lock 10 first quarter point total.
I'm typing it on the sheet right now. First quarter 10, over 10. Clint's 10. Locking it up.
Yep.
All right. We got a bunch more locks to give out. Clint may have 10, 12, 15 games that he's trying to give you. All of it is coming up right after this.
But first, I want to let you about SweatBlock. SweatBlock is your little secret to confidence in your toiletry bag. Whatever you need, whoever you has this in their toiletry bag is going to have a little secret to confidence because it is the best way to have a dry shirt guarantee. SweatBlock has a dry shirt guarantee that if you have sweat on any part after using their product, they're going to give you your money back. Dry shirt guarantee. It's been tested on Rachel Ray with firefighters who know a thing or two about sweating, apparently. I don't know. Have you known a firefighter to complain about their sweating, Daniel? I mean,
not if they use SweatBlock.
If they use SweatBlock, they don't. Absolutely not. Head over right now to sweatblock.com. Put on the promo code LOCKEDON for 20% off your entire order. It's the #1 seller in antiperspirant on Amazon as well, and you can get it on Amazon or CVS Pharmacy. That's sweatblock.com. Promo code LOCKEDON for 20% off your entire order. More locks, Daniel.
Sorry, I was over here betting the Georgia first quarter over 10. Don't mind me.
Telling you
while you were doing that. All right, Clint. I would ask how many you have, but I don't know.
This is how I usually do locks. This is not how I'm doing locks this week. Okay. Normally, how I do locks is I make my bets. I take a little notes doc. I put it off to the side and I read it systematically through. Not this week, Daniel. I got so many bets.
You're just looking at a smorgasbord.
I am scrolling down my open bets section, plunking which ones I like. So
okay. Well, I got something for the end of the show that we're gonna save till the end of the show. Little something special for the Weldon brothers.
Now we're talking.
Let me just tease it. The Weldon brothers Well Done Parlay is coming. That's what we're calling it. Because Weldon is their name. Well done. You see what's happening there. The Well Done Parlay is coming up at the end of the show.
So I love that.
Clint, be getting that ready for the people.
Okay. I am.
But I'm going to start with this line, Clint. It's one of the biggest games of the weekend.
Okay.
It's not Georgia, Arkansas. It's not Alabama, Ole Miss, although we might circle back.
Whoa. We're going to circle back.
I'm going to take you to South Bend, Indiana, Cincinnati, Notre Dame.
Bearcat.
Okay. Luke Fickell. Is he a friend of the show, Clint?
I'm a Fickell fan.
Luke, anytime you want to come on the podcast, we would love to have you, Luke Fickell. Friend of the show. As good of a person who's ever been as associated with Ohio State as there's ever been.
Luke Fickell. He got out at the right time.
he got out before the criminal charges or the yachts were pulling up. Cincinnati rolls into Notre Dame coming off a bye week. But the week before struggled to beat Indiana. This is the game for Cincinnati. Okay? This is it.
It's the season.
Notre Dame has not looked great this year until last week when they beat Wisconsin handily. The game got a little closer at the end, but let's call it what it is. Notre Dame won that game handily. But is Wisconsin even very good? This is what people are saying. Well, apparently they're saying it to the tune of Notre Dame being an underdog in their own stadium in this game.
In the shadow of touchdown Jesus. You telling me they're going to be an underdog?
3-point underdog in their own stadium, Clint?
Come on.
I don't think so. Listen, here's a little tidbit for betting on college football. Always bet chaos. That's ABC. Okay? It's as easy as ABC. Always bet chaos. Cincinnati losing is chaos. Okay? So take Notre Dame. Take the 3 points at home. I love this bet. Cinderella, the darling Cincinnati team, the best story in college football. Is this finally the year Clemson loses and Cincinnati's got a path to the playoff? No. They're going to lose to Notre Dame. Give me Notre Dame +3 and lock it up.
Did Cincinnati look good on the road to Indiana, Daniel?
They did not.
Okay. Did it take an injury to a middle linebacker to change the entire course of that game?
Not an injury, being thrown out for the most bogus targeting call in the history of the world.
That. Look, I'm going to do principal bet to start us off. And it's team that is exceptionally good against team that is not exceptionally good with a line that I love. And I think it's been bet up since this, but Boise State, Nevada. Now look, Boise State, I gave you some shade to begin the season. That's on me. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Ooh.
You're a good club. You got some good players. You got a good system. Okay. Nevada does not have Colin Kaepernick any longer on its sidelines. Okay. That's the last time Nevada was relevant. Okay.
Well,
and that was a decade ago.
Many moons.
Boise State is only giving 6.5 to Nevada at home.
Ooh.
Okay. They're better than a 3.5 point favorite, 3.5 point team. 2.5 to 3 points is what you usually give a home team, except in the case of Notre Dame. Boise State is going to roll Nevada. Give me Boise State -6.5.
Love it on the blue turf. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to. Oh, where am I gonna go? Okay, give me Pitt -3.5 against Georgia Tech. Look, Georgia Tech. I can't do it with Georgia Tech. Give me Pitt -3.5 at Georgia Tech. You got a problem with this, Clint? You want to talk?
I'm not going to take Georgia Tech because I'm never going to bet on Georgia Tech, but I'm just saying they looked good last week.
Yeah, they've looked good 2 weeks in a row.
Oh.
They shouldn't be an underdog in this game. So why would I not bet on the thing that doesn't make sense? Because that's what Las Vegas is trying to tell me to do. Listen, you know who else has looked good this season? Pitt has. Do you know who has a better defense than the oft injured Clemson Tigers and the fully healthy North Carolina Tar Heels? Do you know who has a better defense than them? Pitt does. Pitt's ready for Georgia Tech. They're not sleeping on Georgia Tech the way that maybe these last two teams were. There's no home field advantage at Georgia Tech. Everyone knows this. Pitt's coming in there. They're going to win the game. I'm not scared of the hook. Give me Pitt -3.5.
Look, I'm not saying they're going to win this game because I would never put that, but Boston College has looked good this season. They looked good last season in the COVID year, first-year head coach coming in there or starting a program. Clemson does not look good. Injuries being suffered. DJ on the downhill. And Boston College is getting 16 points. Now, I could beat – it's at Clemson. I get it. It's a home game. So take 3 points off. 13-point difference. Okay? Mm-hmm. I get it. Clemson's down, and there's no reason for them to rebound. See, this is the problem. This is the problem with this game.
You're betting on quitting.
I'm betting on quitting. Okay. They are losing players. A wide receiver is spitting on women as he leaves the field, which
Dabo runs a hell of a program over there.
Oh, he's a Christian man. You hold your tongue.
Good man.
Good man. Mm-hmm. I can neither confirm nor deny that he's been on a yacht. Boston College plus 16. Give it to me.
That's a scary one to me. You don't like my pit lock. I don't like your BC lock. We'll see. We'll see where we go. All right. We got a bunch more. I'm going to throw one more out there because I wasn't going to give it, but I need to give it out because it's Thursday night game. Clint's coming on tonight. I should have led the show with this. I always try to lead the show with the Thursday night bets, but I always forget. Virginia is playing amazing and beating the crap out of everybody. Miami, meanwhile, looks like microwave turds. So why would I not take Miami -4 at home against Virginia on a Thursday night? I'll tell you why. There's no reason. I would take Miami -4. Give me Miami -4 at home against Virginia on a Thursday night. Miami's winning this game handily. Miami's the more talented team. Miami's not as bad as they look. They are not as bad as this early season would have you to believe. And I think, listen, this is where if Diaz can get them focused.
Okay.
They're 0-0 in ACC play. Let me ask you this, Clint. Who in the ACC is better than Miami?
Well, it's that North Carolina with the Heisman front-running court.
I'm sorry, say again?
Nope, that's gone. It's clearly Clemson and Dabo in that rock. And
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, hold on. Wake Forest and the Muddle Huddle offense.
Okay, well, now you may have something there. Miami thinks could be the best team in the ACC. They still have a lot to play for. This is not a quitting team, and they're still vastly more talented than Virginia.
You just sold me right there. Go to the window, make that lock. He just sold me on that. That is a fantastic take.
Miami -4. All right. We got more to talk about. We'll be back right after Clint tells you about Rock Auto.
Rock Auto is the fastest, most reliably low-priced car part guaranteed store you can find. RockAuto.com is where you need to go for foreign, domestic, interior, exterior, mechanical, transmission, anything that you need for your car part. You head over to rockauto.com right now and get every single part delivered to your door. You don't have to work out. Maybe instead of going down to the part store with a guy named Doug, look, we all know guys named Doug.
I'm sorry. No,
I don't ask. You were a cartoon character that wore your underwear on the outside, and you had a little belt over your head. Like what?
Quail Man.
Come on,
it's Quail Man.
It's Quail Man. Come on, Doug.
Listen, you realize the number of people that are watching this and listening to this right now, there's somebody named Doug that you just offended.
Look, I'm sorry. If you could be the only one that is different. If you are the only one, congratulations. You are the difference maker in the world and keep being the difference maker. But you could be a difference maker by going to rockauto.com, having every car part your car will ever need delivered straight to your door at reliably low prices. Let them know we sent you by putting How Did You Hear About Us locked on into the How Did You Hear About Us segment.
Also want to tell you about betonline.ag. If you're looking for a place to go to make all these wagers, then betonline.ag is the place that Clint and I go. Go there, log on, create an account, make a deposit, enter the promo code locked on, and they are going to give you 100% bonus on your initial deposit. That's 100% right on top of whatever you deposit at betonline.ag. They're your online sportsbook experts. We told you about them on the podcast for months and months now. Parlays, money lines, spreads, over-unders, prop bets, teasers, whatever it is that tickles your fancy. If you don't know what any of those words mean, you can go to betonline.ag anyway and just bet on Georgia to win the game. It's like minus 1,100 right now, but that means if you bet, if you bet $110, then you're going to make $10.
Hey.
So that's $10 more than you had before the game started, and it's a stone cold lock. BetOnline.ag, your online sportsbook experts.
All right, more
All right,
locks.
Clint.
You gave out Miami. I actually love that bet. I'm going to come with you on that. I'm going to go back to the window after the show is done. Come with it. Let me just get to the heart of the matter. Okay? May I?
Oh, let's do. You may.
Kentucky may win this game on the field. Kentucky may win this game on the field. I'm not a Florida fan. Why are you here again? I'm not scared about you. And if you want to talk about, hold on a second. Florida's defense or Florida's offense is composed of misdirection, stupid, get your eyes in the wrong direction. Does that describe Kentucky's defense coached by Stoops? Are they undisciplined?
Unlikely.
Now, hold on. Wait a second. What if I was to tell you that Florida's defense might struggle against a quarterback that, I don't know, can pass the ball? Daniel?
Oh. What about to the tune of 21 points in the first quarter?
This line is plus 8.5 for Kentucky. They're covering that, and they might win out. So give me Kentucky plus 8.5. That's a lot of points.
8.5, ladies and gentlemen.
It's at Kentucky.
Double it up. It's the first agreement that we've had so far. We're generally pretty good when we agree. Kentucky plus 8.5 is a lock for both of us. All right, Clint, I'm going to go. Gosh, where am I going to go next? I'm going to go to some totals here. Can I give you two totals?
Please.
Let me give you two totals, one over and one under. Which do you want first? The over or the under?
Give me the over.
Ohio State Rutgers. The total is 56.5, Clint. Ohio State is going to score 40 in this game.
Yep.
Easily. Ohio State's defense, is quite bad.
Real bad.
Rutgers' offense is actually pretty good.
They're adequate at minimum.
This is a 42-21 game by the time they get off the bus, Clint. 56.5 is not enough points. Give me the over in 56.5 in Rutgers, Ohio State. And then give me the under because I know it's two high-scoring teams. And I know you watched last year's game.
This total is absurd.
It's because everyone watched last year's game, Clint. Alabama, Ole Miss, last year. Nobody could make a stop. Everybody just up and down the field, and everybody's. Guess what? And now you're going to have to pay attention because it's a tough question. Guess what this year is not?
Last year?
It's not last year. It's different. It's a different year.
Oh, interesting.
It's a different thing. So sure, that's fine. Ole Miss has a much better defense this year. Alabama has a better defense this year. Ole Miss has the same offense this year. Alabama has a much worse offense this year. 77.5. Clint is the number. That's 11 touchdowns plus a hook. No, thank you. Give me the under 77.5, Alabama, Ole Miss. Those are my two totals.
Why don't we stay right there, Daniel? Let's not.
Oh,
leave.
I thought we might.
Let's not leave.
I'm not taking this because I'm scared. But apparently you're not.
Ole Miss is a good team.
So I've said many times on this podcast.
Alabama doesn't have the firepower to put them to bed. Bryce Young, go against Southern Miss, but you don't have the firepower to put them to bed. You're going to have to slug them out a little bit, not to the tune of what was before, because you won't have it. You're going to have to actually run the ball successfully. And this just in, Otis Reese is just out here taking people's lives. So 14.5 points in a game that Lane Kiffin would sell any children he had, all his children he had, to win. and a team that can do it, and a Heisman frontrunner, and a defense to boot, 14.5. I get 14 on the hook. Give me Ole Miss plus 14.5.
Yeah, I'm too scared.
That's okay. I got you. I'm out here. How many
Yep,
more you got?
I got at least one more.
I got one more. I got one more, but 3 logs. So I know.
All right, I'm gonna take South Carolina -7 against Troy at home. South Carolina needs to get right. Shane Beamer has not quit coaching this team. I don't think these players have quit playing for this team.
No.
South Carolina's had a difficult schedule to open the season, but Troy is not a difficult team. Troy is not as good of a team as Eastern Carolina or a lot of the other teams that South Carolina has gone up against this year. So give me only 7 points. I would like it better if it was 6.5, but I'll take the 7 because I think South Carolina is going to win by more like 10, 14, 17, even more points in this game. I think you could see South Carolina really get right in this game. And don't act like Shane Beamer might not run up the score just to make his boys feel good out there.
This next one pains me to say. I hate every single thing that I'm about to do, but eye test here is all I care about.
Yep,
Northwestern, bad team.
Ooh, yep.
No, I Northwestern, bad team. Very, very bad team. Nebraska, not a great team, but they're ascending. They're ascending. Nobody. This is what pains me. I hate it, but they're doing. Give me Nebraska -10. Give me Nebraska -10.
Nope, never again. Never again, we said. And now he's out here laying
double digit
10 points. What a sick man this is. What a sick, depraved man this is. Good Lord have mercy.
What else you got?
I got one more, Clint.
Okay, well, give it to me.
All right. Michigan. I told you.
You did.
This is the week to bet on Wisconsin. Did I tell you that?
You said that exact same thing.
And then what did I say right after that?
And then you said, never again will I bet on Wisconsin. They're dead to me.
So give me Michigan -1 at Wisconsin.
This game was a pick'em game.
I don't care about anything. Michigan's winning this game. Wisconsin is trash. And I think Michigan might have one of those seasons where it just squeaks out a bunch of wins. And all of a sudden, they are sitting in a really good position as we get close to the end of the season. And people are going, could Michigan maybe? I don't know. Give me Michigan -1.
Double that up, Daniel.
Oh,
double that.
Hey,
up.
Here we go.
Michigan win this game. And if it's only one, like they're winning the game, guys. So if that's the case, I'm going to get money or I'm going to push. No problem. I'm going to give you a few more leans to end the show. Fresno State's good.
Okay.
Oh, you got one more?
No. We got the well done parlay coming up. But give me some leans. Give me
the Weldon Brothers well done parlay.
All right, I got 2. I got 2 this week. They are both money line parlays. Okay. Give me a Pitt, Texas, Missouri money line parlay. All very slight favorites in their games. Pitt against Georgia Tech, Texas against TCU, Missouri against Tennessee. Missouri is -3 is a lock I almost gave out, but I decided to put them in this money line parlay instead. Pitt, Texas, Missouri money line parlay. It's plus 260. Clint.
That's okay.
That's my first one. That's my first well done parlay. My second well done parlay is 2 underdogs on the money line winning on the field. Give me Notre Dame and Kentucky on a money line parlay, Clint.
What's that juice?
You know what that's going to pay?
What's that juice?
Plus 750. If Notre Dame and Kentucky both at home win those games, those are your 2 Weldon brothers well done parlays. What do you think, Clint?
That second one is
You're making that Notre Dame Kentucky bet.
100% I am.
Look,
without a doubt.
You just sprinkle a little bit on there. Woo.
Hey, come on back tomorrow where we'll be back Locked On Bulldogs here on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day. We'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.